And an Oregon farm has agreed to a multi-million-dollar settlement with residents of the lower Umatilla Basin as part of a class action lawsuit over nitrate-contaminated groundwater. For some context here, nitrates are a chemical you can't see, smell, or taste, but they're harmful for people at levels above certain limits set by the Environmental Protection Agency. For more than 30 years, the state of Oregon has known that farm fertilizer, commercial food production, and large animal operations have been contaminating residential wells in rural Morrow and Umatilla County. The problem only got worse over time, with efforts to curb nitrates getting into groundwater being entirely voluntary. It is a problem we have covered extensively through our series a few years ago called Tainted Waters.
I think it's gone on so long because a lot of the victims are low-income minorities who can't afford to hire lawyers, don't have a voice in politics. As I said earlier today, if this was happening to a wealthy suburb of Portland, it would have been stopped years ago.
Now, according to a motion filed by one of several law firms representing people with contaminated water, Madisan Ranches Inc. will pay $6.2 million to a settlement fund. The money will be used to help households in the Umatilla Basin that are reliant on private contaminated wells to either reach a deeper, uncontaminated aquifer or link to public water systems. Following the settlement announcement this week, Jake Madisan, president of Madisan Farms, said there is without a doubt a nitrate problem in this community dating back decades. The DEQ recognized the problem when I was in grade school. We have been involved in trying to find solutions to this issue for decades, and rather than continue to litigate, we chose to put our resources towards a solution. Madisan urged state, regional, federal authorities to prioritize understanding and solving the problem. And we actually spoke to Madisan back in 2023 about the groundwater contamination issue there. He told us he does extensive testing to keep nitrate-rich fertilizer out of the aquifer.
We know how every inch of water that's going on the field, we know where it's going. We know every pound of nitrogen that's going on every field, we know where it's going. We've got the soil tests on the front end and the back end to make sure that we can prove we're not leaching it everywhere. I mean, this isn't 50 years ago, right? From that standpoint, when everything was cheap, and if more was good, more is better. And so from that, we manage and account for everything.
But now he's agreeing to pony up $6.2 million, as well as follow best farming practices for managing nitrates. That includes things like testing nitrate levels in soil before planting and measuring how much fertilizer and irrigation they use on their crops, which apparently was already happening. The law firm involved in reaching this settlement says their work on this issue is not over. The case will now continue against the 5 remaining defendants. That's the Port of Morrow, Lamb Weston, 3 Mile Canyon Farms, which is part of Tillamook Creamery, Portland General Electric, and Columbia River Processing. And we will keep you posted.